Hello mga bima ko! Alam niyo yung Snow White na alam natin, di ba? Yung mirror, mirror on the wall, tas may evil stepmother, poison apple, happy ending with the prince. Yes, throw that version away. Sanitize na yan eh. Pero yung original version na written by the Brothers Grimm in 1812, nakakaloka. Yung mga edits pa sila later on para lang mas maging tolerable sa mga nanay ng 1800s. Pero the first version, brutal and scandalous. Kaya, pumesto ka na dyan, prepare mo na yung bagay mo or midnight snack mo dyan, pang lafang mo, and pag-usapan natin. Let's go. Okay, let's start with the version na medyo kilala natin. Yung 1812 version ni Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm na Schneewittchen. Ulitin ko. Schneewittchen. Ang hirap i-pronounce. Schneewittchen aka Snow White. So once upon a time, may isang reyna hiwalay ng embroidery sa bintana during winter. Tapos natusok yung daliri niya and a drop of blood fell sa snow. So ang spluk niya ganito.
I want a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony.
Ayun, Bugsh, pinanganak si Snow White. Snow White is 7 years old lang sa original tale. Yes, syuta pa talaga siya dyan, guys. But here's the kicker. Sa version na to, hindi evil stepmother ang kontrabida. It was actually her biological mudra. Yes, nanay niya mismo ang naiinggit sa ganda niya at gusto siyang ipategi. So, she orders a huntsman to unalive her and bring back her lungs and liver para lutuin at ilafang niya para daw ma-absorb niya ang beauty ng Junakis niya. O diba? Ibang level din ang pagkasira ulo ni Mudra. But the huntsman had a heart. Thank you, Lord. So, pinakawalan niya si Snow White sa forest and instead, nagdala siya ng liver and lungs ng isang hayop. Ayan napadpad si Snow White sa bahay ng 7 dwarfs or minors in other versions. Pero guess what? Hindi mabait ang mga dwarfs sa original, guys. They were sus and selfish. Ang sabi nila,
you can stay, pero dapat ikaw maglinis, maglaba at magluto.
Parang live-in maid si ate girl. Now, the queen, aka Mudra ni Snow White, found out that she was still alive. Kaya she tried to unalive her 3 times. Una, sinakal siya gamit ang corset hanggang mawalan ng hininga. Pangalawa, binigyan siya ng poison comb. At pangatlo, and the most iconic, yung poisoned apple. After the apple eksena, akala ng mga dwarfs, tegi na si Snow White. So nilagay nila siya sa isang glass coffin. Pero hindi agad dumating ang prince ha. Hindi to love at first sight fantasy. And I'm so sorry to ruin the Disney magic. Pero wala talagang magical kiss sa original Grimm version, mga mima. The prince didn't wake her with a kiss. He asked the dwarfs if he could take Snow White's body kasi ang ganda niya daw. Creepy, no? It's giving PDF files and necro. Tapos habang binubuhat, natapilok yung isa sa mga servants ng prince which accidentally dropped the coffin. And yung piraso ng apple lumabas sa lalamunan ni Snow White. Bugsh! Nabuhay siya ulit. Walang ka-romance ang dahil lang sa pagka-clumsy ng servant ng prince. No magic kiss mga mima, nabulunan lang pala si ate girl. Ngayon, nagising na si Snow White and gets to marry the prince. So now you're asking me, Apple, ano nangyari doon kay Queen Mudra? Well guys, she gets invited to the wedding at hindi niya alam na buhay pa pala si Snow White. So pagdating niya sa wedding, na-shocked siya. And as punishment, guys, alam niyo kung anong ginawa kay Queen Mudra? Nakakaloka to. Pinasuot siya ng red hot iron shoes and made to dance until she died in agony. Like literal torture for entertainment. Ganun sila kapeti nun. Okay, ito mga mima fun fact. The Grimms toned down the story later para mas kid-friendly. So, Snow White's age talaga was changed, no? From 7, kanina diba sabi ko 7 years old to around 14 to 16. Pero the violent ending, yung queen na pinasayaw, suot yung red hot iron shoes, that stayed for years. Brutal, diba? Okay mga mima, ito na yung real tea. Yung Snow White na fairy tale, hindi lang siya simpleng kwento ng beautiful girl versus evil queen. Ito ay isang metaphor para sa napaka-toxic na society expectations sa mga babae. So let's unpack that. Una, yung mirror. That iconic na who is the fairest of them all line. Galing siya sa isang object na literal symbol ng vanity and societal pressure. Kasi noon, beauty is equivalent to power. So kung ikaw ang pinakamagandang babae, mas may halaga ka sa lipunan, mas malaki ang chance mong makapangasawa ng mayaman o mapansin ng hari. Kaya when Snow White started growing up and glowing up, naging threat siya sa sariling nanay niya. It also reflects the madness of self-image. Parang ngayon lang, di ba? Lahat na lang gusto maging fairest sa IG, TikTok, filters, AI edits. Pero deep down, nagiging laban siya ng babae versus babae, imbes na babae supporting babae. Next, the red hot iron shoes. Grabe no, di ba pinarusahan ng brutal yung queen para lang satisfy yung sense of justice ng tao. Pero kung iisipin natin, this kind of public shaming existed in real life also. Noon, pinaparusahan ang mga babaeng too ambitious, too beautiful, or too loud. Sounds familiar? Hello, cancel culture at online bashing. Yung act ng pagkain ng organs, morbid yes, but it came from ancient beliefs. Kasi some people believed that eating the organs of someone young or pure could give you power, youth, or beauty. Parang early version siya ng anti-aging serum pero disturbing siya, girl. It's also a metaphor of how older generations sometimes exploit the younger ones just to stay relevant. Some scholars believe Snow White was loosely based on a real person. Si Margaretha von Waldeck, a 16th century German countess, sobrang ganda raw but died mysteriously at age 21, possibly poisoned. And guess what? Her father owned a mining town where children worked in horrible conditions, aka real-life dwarfs. Sa first draft ng Brothers Grimm in 1812, ang pangalan niya was just Schneewittchen in German. Literal lang siya na translation ng Snow White. Wala pang kilig sa pangalan pero grabe na agad yung drama. Mga mima ko, Disney cleaned up a lot. Sa original version, walang Prince Charming na love story. Walang true love's kiss. Obsession lang talaga ng isang lalaki sa magandang deads na babae. Creepy as fuck, diba? Disney had to rewrite that kasi necro hits different pag pambatang audience mo. At yung laso na mansanas, this is not unique to Snow White. In European folklore, apples were symbols of temptation, danger, and death. Kaya maraming evil stories with apples from Adam and Eve to Greek mythology. Hindi po ako na apple. Peace. 3 failed murder attempts is equivalent to 3 strikes ka na, mudra. In some versions, yung mga failed murder scenes symbolize stages of womanhood. Yung corset is equivalent to control over the body. Yung comb naman is equivalent to control over appearance. And yung apple is equivalent to control over desire. It's like the queen's way of trying to stop Snow White from growing into her power as a woman. Deep, diba? Another question is, saan galing yung glass coffin? Sir, glass coffins were rare and symbolic in folklore. It represented purity, preservation, and display. Kumbaga, Snow White was beautiful even in death and people needed to see her. Para siyang low-key museum exhibit. Weird. Believe it or not, mga mima, some versions of the original Snow White were censored or banned in schools and libraries dahil sa themes of attempted murder, cannibalism, and child abuse. Hindi talaga siya bedtime story material. Okay, so what's the moralization for today's story, guys? Sa panahon ngayon, Snow White is not just a fairy tale. It's a mirror sa struggles ng modern women, especially pagdating sa beauty standards, envy, and the pressure to stay young or stay relevant. Naalala nyo ba, nung mga bata tayo, di ba lagi natin gustong maging maganda like a princess? Pero ngayon, ang tanong, at what cost? Sa sobrang daming standards, comparison, and toxicity online, minsan, alam nyo, tayo mismo yung nagiging kalaban ng isa't isa. But here's the thing. You don't need to be the fairest of them all para maging worthy. Hindi mo kailangan makipag-compete sa iba just to be seen, loved, or valued. Your worth isn't tied to your looks, your age, or kung gaano ka ka-perfect sa paningin ng ibang tao. At kung may toxic queen sa buhay mo, mapatao man yan or voice sa utak mo telling you you're not enough, you have every right to escape, heal, and find your own happy ending. And as always, if you want more stories like this, just comment or DM me your story suggestions. And also, don't forget to follow, like, share, and save. And hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!